can come down some. Hi, Capricorn. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your October tarot reading. I'm like so behind, it's not even funny. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all my work. Wow. Okay, that one wants to go. That one wants to go. The two that flipped over here. Okay, what I'm feeling right here is I feel like you're not being heard and you're wanting to be heard. And I think you're wanting to get along with people. It seems like, everybody's got these great ideas. This is competition, competitive, creative ideas, and everyone's got great ideas and wants theirs to be used, and you're not getting heard. You're trying to stand out above all these people. But I gotta move that back a little bit here. That's better. So, I think you're trying to be heard here. You're wanting to share your ideas, your creative ideas. Let's see what else we got here. You may move on to something else if you don't feel like you're being heard here, if you don't feel like you're being appreciated where you work. You know what I mean? And because here we have you, you're asking a lot of questions at this point. You're seeing if this matches up with you or not. You're making big decisions now. You're doing a lot of thinking. You're seeing things a lot clearer, This could have something to do with an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, but it doesn't have to. I think that you're getting ready to move on here. You're getting ready to make a move, okay? And you're waiting for the right time, okay? They're also, because you're looking for a new beginning here. You're looking for something that makes you happy, for one thing. A lot of times this is love, new beginning, love coming into your life. But also it's about making yourself happy at this point. You know what I mean? And because we all enjoy companionship and being a couple, but we also treasure our alone time. Anyway, there's something here that I think you're getting ready to make a move. You're waiting for the right time. Perhaps you're like, it feels like you could be waiting to hear some news, and maybe it's from the competition of who you're working for. You're waiting to hear some news. So anyway, let's get these over here. Let's cut these cards for you because they're obviously ready. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I hope I'm not too loud. If I am, just turn your volume down some. Because I've got mine really adjusted low and I feel like I still sound loud. Anyhow, let's get going for you here. This is the Light Seers Tarot, by the way. In the recent past, Capricorn, you have the Seven of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the King of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign here, or in the recent past, and maybe someone who you felt like was being sneaky. They weren't telling you information. They were trying to get an upper edge, or trying to get away with something. Seven of Swords is kind of sneaky, and I think that you're trying to look at this in a different light. I think you're trying to see, or you're seeing them in a different light now. I think perhaps this is either someone you didn't trust before, and you're becoming more sympathetic. You're wanting to make contact. And I think you care about them too. But I also feel like it could be someone you don't trust now. I think you care about this person, but you also don't trust them. There's something, I don't think there's some trickery going on, it feels like to me. Okay. In the present, you have the King of Wands, the World, and the Lovers. So the King of Wands is about, having that confidence to take the action, to take the measures that, you're ready to take. Basically, life is telling you it's time to move on. You're getting all the signs, whether they're the good signs or the bad signs or whatever, but you've been feeling this niggling, okay? And when the King of Wands comes in, it's time to take action. He has no problem moving forward and walking right through this threshold into the new beginning, the new beginning. But it seems like you have a choice to make, with the Lovers here. You have a choice to make. And it could be between two places, two people. Sometimes this is new love coming right in, just like with this Ace of Cups over here. But it's also a choice, that we need to make. And I think that this is something that you're embracing. Talk about that's kind of funny, because they're embracing, but this is something you're embracing now. I think it was hard for you to take that step, to make that move in the past. Wow, look at that. This is your last card. Not your last card, just the last card in this little setup. The Fool. Here's the World and here's the Fool. This is, you're taking action, you're walking through that door, you're making the decision. You know what you want now. You know what you're going to do, and you're just going to do it all of a sudden, right? You're just going to take the action. And you may get news. You also may need to do some training at this new position. You may need to train because you got to learn it their way, or how it goes there. And also you could get something that you could have been waiting for as well, to legally. um, you're waiting for news of some sort of fairness coming out in the situation. I can see that, in the past, I kind of feel like you were getting ripped off, you were getting gypped, you were getting, something was going on, and you weren't feeling right about it. But I think you changed your attitude. I think you changed the way you saw it all, and you just weren't going to go down that road, that dark road, and you thought, no, no, I'm gonna take action. I'm just gonna get on with my life, and I'm gonna see what happens for me. And this is where you changed from, well, you're a combination of the King of Cups and the King of Wands right now, because you want to connect. You want to be in relationship, I know, with people, with friends, with family, those around you, but you also are ready to take action in your life now. You're not going to sit around and like I said, go down, down, down. You're ready to move on, and you've made the choice. You know what you want now, and there is the Fool. You're ready to take the risk. It's funny, because in the beginning of this reading, maybe a week ago or a month ago, you weren't really feeling great about the situation. You could have been pissed, had a chip on your shoulder. But by the time, I would say a month at the most, okay, you're going to feel completely different. I think in a week, is when you're going to start to feel it. You're going to decide, you know what, I'm not going to let this take me down. I'm not, you know. So let's get a little bit of clarity. So you could have been dealing with a water sign, a fire sign, or an air sign. Water is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could have been the person you felt gypped or possibly deceived by, you know. And I think that when you're waiting to make your move, you're waiting for the right time here in the past. This is when you're doing a lot of researching, asking questions. You kind of got your heart protected because you don't really trust right now. You know, you don't really fully trust anyone. But in time, I think you think, you know what? Why should I feel like that just because of this one person, you know? And you really, wow, you got just about every king here. And here is you, the king of discs. This person feels confident. They know their worth. You know, the king doesn't get up out of his chair unless it's worth his while. And I think that's going to be a big part of your choices, your decisions coming now. Is it worth my while? You know, not I should do this or I should do that. Is it worth it for me? Because I think you're considering yourself a lot more. You know your worth, your value. The king is experienced. He's wise. He's you know, he's got a lot of wisdom. I just said wise. I mean, he's got a lot of not just experience but knowledge under his belt. You know, he's owned things, been through things, you know, and he's probably lost them and then got it all back again, you know. So this is probably you, Capricorn, where you've been through it. You've really had everything, lost it, and then got it back again. And you know you can do it again if you have to, because you are the epitome of determination. You see this king here, he's sitting there looking, he feels like he's growing old, he's wasting away. There's darn bird's nest growing on his chair. He's been sitting there so long, and he's really wanting something new, something he can feel passionate about again, you know, something he wants to give himself to. And that's your energy right now, Capricorn. You're really wanting, because whatever was, you don't want anymore. It doesn't stimulate you. It doesn't satisfy you. It doesn't give you any passion. And you know it's time to move on. It's time for something new. It says it all over the place here. All right. I want to take a card. This is a new deck I got while I was on tour. And it's kind of neat. I really like it. It reads differently, but let's just give, it's an oracle card. I can't remember what the name of it is. Oh, there we go. Believe in your own magic. And that's what you're starting to do now, Capricorn. You're starting to believe in your own magic. And the thing is, you know, it could have taken you a little while to get out of this, because in the past, I think you were feeling disrespected. You were, you know, I feel like you had maybe been played. I don't know. Something went down there though. And so, yeah, it says, do not doubt your worth. I am always enough. And I like this card because as the shelves go up, the plant is growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. And there's a light at the top that illuminates everything. You know, you are growing out of this and realizing your worth. And it says, surround yourself with love. The two plants here, well, the one, this is Lighthouse, this one's called, and it has the rose on it, which is very feminine energy. And then here we have the lavender, which is very healing energy. And in many ways, aromatherapy for our skins. Oops, that's Carmela behind me. Carmela, what are you doing? Anyway, it says, surround yourself with love. So get together with friends, get together with family, get together, you know, hey, stop. Don't, you know, sit there and try and do this on your own. Get support, okay? And the last card I'm going to take is called the Sacred Rebels Oracle. These cards are amazing, okay? And I don't know them. I don't know them because there's so much information. And I'm getting to know them. But I'm going to read a little bit from the book. I am going to warn you, for those who don't like that. And but the they always seem to, the right card always seems to come out, Capricorn. And the way they explain it is really good. Really, really good. Woo! You know what? I think you have two here because I spotted that one first. Oh, I think you have three. Sorry. But you know, it goes how it goes. So I spotted this one first. Defend to the end. Defend to the end. And the owl. The owl is the totem on her head, and that's wisdom. You know what you know. Then you got heaven sent and what is already with you. I like this one, all the butterflies coming out of your hands. You know, that's creation, that's new, it's change as well. Change, okay? So I'm not going to read the whole darn thing because some of them go on for pages, but I am going to just grab the important stuff. Okay, defend to the end. Beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet they though may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. You are a sacred warrior, a defender of the heart. You have cried genuine tears of your own grief and also the grief of the world. You have raged as injustice and oppression in your own life and in the world. You have felt the need to protect the presence of love. The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths. So what I like about that this card came out is that's what I said. You for a while you swirl down, you're kind of pissed, you got a chip on your shoulder, you know, there was an injustice here of some sort, I feel. But I think you're thinking, you know, I'm not going to let this hold me down. I'm not going to let this be my life, you know, and you're starting to swirl out of that, right? Even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle, even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, which I think they are here in the King of Cups, right? The sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than to anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. This oracle brings guidance to honor even the smallest steps in your path. There are no less important than the more noticeable or dramatic actions on the path. One single misstep can begin a landslide of great devastation. Being vigilant with what is meaningful and what is truthful, even in the smallest and seemingly most insignificant ways, strengthens and prevents darkness from gaining a stronghold from the inside. Okay. Didn't I say? So that's 23, and then you graduate to 33. Heaven sent. Just as we receive gifts in the physical world through the thoughtfulness of others to acknowledge how much we mean to them, so too we receive gifts on other levels, including the spiritual world. A spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We can ask for help and it may be given in response to that request. All requests for help are answered. A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it's our hearts that cry out for help. While we're busy getting on with our to-do list, we don't often stop to think about what our hearts might need. If we do, an immediate situation is not obvious. We just get on with life, either letting the issue be or taking the more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that seems ordinary but holds a lot of meaning to you. Something in the appearance, I'm having trouble talking today, or shape speaks to you and is perhaps answering an unspoken prayer. It is not the object that is the gift. That is just the wrapping. The actual gift is subtle yet effective empowerment. It is like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with actual zing, extra strength, and get greater pace. You will be empowered to accomplish tasks that you may have nearly, but not quite, been able to manage on your own through the bestowal of a spiritual gift. See, that's happening here. And you know where it's happening? In the Hanged Man. This is happening in the Hanged Man, the spiritual gift. There's a shimmer of light. It's just the smallest bit of light, far, 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 far off in the distance. And if you follow it, it'll get brighter and brighter and brighter. You're starting to see a different perspective, a different side of this. And like I said, a more spiritual side, more in light of the King of Cups, who wants to connect, who wants to be in love, could be in love, but you're starting to see this other, not you're starting to maybe trust a bit more, maybe not be so suspicious, or let it be, reflect off you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Anyway, I like that a lot. And the last one is 17. Oops, I went way past it. Here we are. What is already with you? You hold in your hands that which you seek. In other words, the pair of spectacles you have been rummaging around the house for are sitting right on top of your head. What you are seeking, perhaps by exploring far and wide, is actually right under your nose. You may not like this idea. It is so much more wonderful to imagine there's something yet to find. Of course, there is unlimited creative potential and always something more that can be. Yet in this instance, it is important for you to know that you already have what you need and what you want. And that is expressed right here in the King of Pentacles, right there. The King of Pentacles has everything he needs. He has the knowledge, he has the experience, he has the wisdom. He has security in some ways, He feels stable in some ways, but yet he's looking for the new, which is all these butterflies, this change, these new ideas, something more, right? Oops, what am I holding here? Where was I? That doesn't mean it's the end of the story. It does ask you to give up the fantasy that a perfect solution lies in the future somewhere. Instead, it asks you to acknowledge that everything necessary for your success is with you now. All you need to do is accept this and act with what you have available to you. This is good news. This particular chapter has a happy ending in store. That ending will become real for you just as soon as you stop trying to skip forward to the next chapter. Better to be completely present in the now. From here, the next phase will naturally happen without force on your part. You are more than ready than you think you are. You are more prepared than you realize. You don't need an entire army of resources to move ahead. Although you may find that when you do move, many resources suddenly become apparent. Although all that you need is in this moment is just one sweet act of nourishment. So dig deep within and enjoy that sweet surrender. be brave. So, this is very much what you're wanting to do. You're wanting the new, and you could be hesitant because change is always scary, right? Change is always scary. And, but you're ready. You're very, very ready now. You don't have to wait any longer. It's here. I think that you're probably going to act this month in October. This is where the change is going to happen. After all, it is the 10 October, right? It is the 10, and we're in a 6. 2022 is a 6, and it's about steps forward. Probably everyone is going to take steps forward in this year at some time. Change. Anyhow, well, I hope this reading has helped you, Capricorn. And if it resonates for you, you can comment if you want. You don't have to. And if you want to write to me, you can at tinkertarotreadings@gmail.com. All the information is below. Take care. Have a great week.